What's up, everybody? I've been seeing this everywhere. I've been seeing it everywhere. I've been hearing about it everywhere. What is going on with Electro? I'm genuinely confused. What the hell is wrong with Electro? Like, I didn't realize it at first when the game first started. Like, I had a lot of characters who were like Electro characters, who I loved. Like, let me go to character files. Character archive is better. You can look at everybody there. But let's look at this. Electro. Let's look at the Electro characters we have right now. We have Lisa, Catalyst. We have Razor, Claymore. We have Beto, Claymore. We have Fischl, Bow. We have Kaching, Sword. I didn't realize this until I really thought about it. Electro hasn't even got a new fucking character yet. Electro hasn't even got a new character. And then when we go even deeper in Electro, right? We go even deeper. Let's look at every other element. Pyro. Pyro has gotten these three new characters already. 2 of them was 4 stars. 1 of them is a 5-star. And then 2 of them are basically DPSs. Wow. Let's go to Hydro. Hydro's gotten 1 character. Hydro is on the brink of fucking death as well. I'm gonna talk about Hydro in a different video though. Animo, I don't need to do that. Animo's gotten 1 character. Cryo's gotten gotten 3 now with Eula. Oh no, actually 4 because of Diona. Cryo's doing pretty fucking good. I mean, Cryo's doing really good. And then Geo got 2 characters. Besides Electro being basically like the only reaction that actually still hasn't got a character. Let's look at Electro's reactions. Electro has Overloaded, Superconduct, and Electrocharged. Those 3 reactions. What does those 3 reactions even fucking do? What does those 3 reactions do? Overloaded pushes people further away, right? It explodes and pushes people further away. I guess does more AoE damage. Electrocharge, I guess was supposed to be like the opposite. Well, not the opposite, but like similar to I think Freeze in a sense of it stun locks, but it doesn't stun lock. You know what I mean? It's not really worth it, and it's not worth running, if that makes sense. Like, there's not really a reason to run Electrocharge. So then you have Superconduct, which actually I would say is pretty good, and is the only thing keeping Electro alive. Right? That and the characters. The characters carry them fucking selves. Jesus. But Superconduct is basically just it's Electro and Ice, and it's basically a debuff, which lowers, I think, physical resistance by 50%. That is actually really good. But here's the thing that I think the issue is with Electro. Electro doesn't have any use. For example, Melt. Melt is easy as hell and gives you 2 times damage. Vaporize, I don't know how much Vaporize initially gives you, but it gives you more damage, right? So, let's think about this. If Pyro, which is the main catalyst, right, for these damage things, what is Pyro's point? Pyro is a damage element. It's meant for DPSs. That's why you see most of the people in Pyro do that damage. They don't heal. Well, Bennett does, I guess. But they mainly are there to do damage. Let's look at all the characters, right? Let's look at all the characters and let's look at their elements. How do you sort this? I don't know how to sort this. I think this is sorted by when they came out. Let's look at this. Anemo. Anemo swirls and debuffs with multiple characters. Venti's constellations do it. Venti's constellations do it. MC's constellations do it, and Gene's constellations do it. But then we also have another side in the sense of Sucrose, who gives EM now. And so what we've been seeing a lot now is Anemo is basically the support element, the element that helps you get to these big bombastic crackhead numbers, these 500Ks, all these crazy numbers. You wouldn't have it without like people like Sucrose, Venti. You wouldn't have crazy fucking heals like without Gene. You know what I mean? And even the MC, but even the MC, amazing. But then you have elements like fucking cryo, which I would say the point of fucking cryo is to mainly be the crit rate one, the one about crits and getting crit damage and crit rate and all that shit, like doing more damage through crits, not raw damage like pyro. It's more through crits and crit rate and building those like stats. Geo shielding. Geo is basically shielding and protecting yourself through Geo. Jungly. Water. Other than Barbara, I guess Xingqiu. Can you count Xingqiu? I mean, he does heal, I guess, technically, but Barbara is like the healer of what's the name. So in terms of water, and this is why I say water is kind of dying off right now too, because other than Child, Hydro's kind of dry. Like there isn't much for Hydro. Like you have Xingqiu, you have Barbara, but it's like you don't need heals, and Xingqiu is good, and he does play a lot in vape builds, and that's the thing I would say is keeping Hydro alive, because Hydro is tied to Vaporize. It's always gonna have a use because of Pyro. So Hydro is here to heal and support Pyro. What is Electro here to do? What is Electro here to do? All these other elements kind of have clear defined goals. Power. Support through decreasing elemental resistance. You know what I mean? Or increasing EM if you're Sucrose. I didn't mean to like say that that's what Zhao does. Zhao's a DPS. But whatever. Cryo. Crit rate. Increased crit rate. Debuff. Melt. Hydro. Heal. Be supportive. Vape. Electro. Nothing. Nothing. Electro doesn't really have much. And if you look at most of the Electro characters, Beto, Razor, Kaching, Fischl. All these characters are fucking amazing. And like, even I think Lisa can be good, right? And she's the weakest out of Electro. But here's the thing that I've never really realized until I processed it. None of those characters are good because of Electro. They're good because of their abilities and what they provide for the team. Not because of Electro. Not at all. Like, if you're running Fischl, you're not running Fischl because she's Electro. You're running Fischl because of Oz. Oz is a fucking turret. If you're running Razor, you're not running Razor because he's Electro. No. You're running Razor because he's a physical monster. You might not see it right now, but that's what it is. He's a physical monster. Beto. If you're running Beto because she's fucking waifu. Like that, or because you realize, or you might like, I guess, the Electro Charge stuff. I don't know. She's really good at applying Electro Charge with her ult. But you know what I mean? Like most of the characters in Electro don't really, like, they're not held up by like their element. They're held up by their power. And so while I'm saying and processing this, what the fuck is going on with Electro? How can we make Electro better? Like, I know they're gonna buff the damage of Overloaded, Superconduct, all this shit. They're gonna buff it, right? Electro is apparently getting buffed soon. But I don't think simply buffing it is enough. That's not enough, I think. I think they need to go further and rework Electro. Like how they reworked Geo. Let me go to Resonance. Where's oh yeah, I can't configure it while sitting. Where's Resonances? Just like what they did with Geo, they need to do with Electro. Which is work on this. And same with Hydro. Hydro, Increased healing. The only characters who heal are Sing Cho and Barbara. So why is I don't know. Affected by Hydro 40% less of the time, Superconduct Overload and Electro Charge have a 100% chance to generate an Electro Elemental Particle. Cooldown 5 seconds. One fucking particle. Don't get me wrong. I've used high voltage like early game. Late game, this is ass. This does not do much. For example, Shattering Ice. Shattering Ice is fucking amazing. Do you know why? Because it gives you crit rate against frozen opponents that are frozen or affected by Hydro by 15. Affected by Cryo by 15%. 15% free crit rate? That's fucking amazing. Who doesn't want free crit rate? Oh, 25% attack? Thank you. Raw damage. See what I'm saying? Raw damage. Raw damage. Oh, even Impetus wins. 15% decreased stamina, movement speed, shortened skill cooldown. Even that kind of tells you. Yeah, decreased stamina. That's the point of it. That's the point of, you know, Animo. And it's like, right now, Electro has no reason. So, like, what I would like to see from Electro is, for one, a buff to Overloaded. Fire, like, buff to Overloaded. I know that Overloaded, I think, like, Overloaded and stuff like that. But I think Overload should go even further. When hit by Overloaded, the opponent, like, no, not the opponent, no. The player, right? The whole team gets a buff. Gets increased, like, attack. Got increased, like, increased 10% attack. Or, like, stacks up to, like, 5 times. You get 5% attack. 25% attack for free just by doing it. Lasts, like, 30 seconds. Long ass time. That would make Overload like that overnight good. I think you could keep Superconduct as the physical one. We need stuff for physical builds. We need like that kind of stuff for physical, or physical would just die, right? But then we have Electro Charge. Electro Charge, I think, should be changed in a way which I don't think it should change fully and get a whole buff. You know, like I just said for Overloaded. But I don't think it should I don't think it should be changed or get a debuff. I think Electro Charge should be the alternative to Frozen. And since it stun locks and still bounces between opponents, it just gets increased damage. And when you have someone Electro Charge, they take increased electro damage. Now, would that not be good for people like Fischl, for people like Razor? Like, would that not be good? Like, especially for Beto. Beto is all about electro damage, to be honest. And then you could build Kaching the same way. So, like, just giving Electro Charge, like, more stun lock, more damage, and then gives, like, this, like, passive that when people are Electro Charge, they get increased electro damage. So if you keep applying Electro to them, they just get surged with damage. That'd be a fucking amazing. And so I think the simple thing about Electro is literally just rework it. Just rework it. And then work on Hydro. Fix Hydro. Then boom! The elements are good. But I just wanted to talk about Electro simply because it's like I've been seeing it everywhere. I've seen it everywhere. I've seen everyone talk about Electro. Oh my god, Electro's the worst reaction. I'm just like, yeah, you're right. Electro is shit. Electro is shit. Like, none of the Electro characters are bad. Like, for example, if you main, like, Beto or anybody, none of them are bad. Their stats are fucking amazing. But they're not good for that element. Like, for example, if you look at Hu Tao. Hu Tao is a perfect one. I always use Hu Tao because I think Hu Tao is a perfect example. If Hu Tao wasn't Pyro, Hu Tao would not be as good as I think she would. If Hu Tao was like Water, Hydro, yes, I think her stats would lead to like crazy ass damage still. But if she was Electro, she would be dog water. No one would have summoned for her. Whereas everyone loves all these Electro characters. Kaching, everyone loves Kaching. Everyone loves Beto. Everyone loves all these characters, and it's not because of their fucking element. So, please buff Electro. MiHoYo, I doubt MiHoYo watches my videos. But if you are, and I know you've seen all the videos, I know everyone's seen all the videos, please just buff Electro further than what you have now. Buff Electro further than what you have now. But yeah, that's just all from me. If you liked the video, like. If you didn't, tell me why. I did rant a while. I did just speak about a bunch of needless shit, but I hope you understand the point of my video, and I hope you come away also saying Electro needs a buff, because let's get this Electro. I hope you're enjoying 1.5. I hope you are having fun. That's pretty much it. See ya. Peace.